Captain America enters a brave new world. But is Sam Wilson's movie actually worth a watch? Find out why I gave Captain America Brave New World 3 out of 5 stars. Captain America Brave New World starts a while after The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, after Sam Wilson took on the mantle of Captain America. And if you didn't watch that show, then that was probably a spoiler. We have a new Falcon, we have a new Captain America, and in this movie, we're getting a brand new Hulk. This movie's plot basically revolves around adamantium. That's a minor spoiler. Anyway, let's continue. In this movie, Captain America is at odds with some really powerful characters that come from former MCU movies. Not only is this a sequel to Captain America 3 or The Avengers or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's also a sequel to The Incredible Hulk. A lot of characters from The Incredible Hulk are present in this movie, and the leader, played by Tim Blake Nelson, is back and he finally assumes the role as the leader in this movie. He sort of plays a role of the one pulling the strings, almost like Zemo did in Captain America Civil War. So this movie pulls a lot from Civil War and Winter Soldier, but it doesn't quite have the punch that those movies had. Those movies were brilliant thrillers. Winter Soldier is one of my favorite movies, and it has this really great political thriller feel. But unfortunately, this movie just doesn't quite capture that. It also doesn't have the humor that the MCU is known for. There are a few funny moments, and unfortunately, that's just not what we're used to if you're an MCU fan and you like the little jokes here and there. This movie takes itself very seriously, unfortunately. It's also, the pacing feels a little off. It feels like it's building up to this great fight, and there is a really good fight at the end, but I don't want to give away too much. The action also doesn't feel as great as with the other MCU movies. There are some really cool fight end to end combat scenes, but the editing just doesn't look great. I think the problem with this movie is the numerous reshoots that it went through. You can see how the film was cut together almost like this Frankenstein monster type of movie. They use scenes from probably the first shoot and then a reshoots and the other reshoots and the other reshoots. And that kind of makes the movie feel like it's some scenes are out of place. And also, once again, Marvel disappointed with the CGI, except for Red Hulk. Red Hulk does look great. You can actually see Harrison Ford's features in Red Hulk, but there's one scene that it feels like it was just shot against a ordinary green screen, kind of like what you're seeing right here. It kind of feels out of place for a big budget movie. And yeah, that said, the acting was phenomenal. Harrison Ford is a great Thunderbolt Ross. He really brings the intensity. He's this morally gray character, and his Hulk is fantastic. Anthony Mackie is also wonderful. It's not his fault that this movie has so many faults. His acting is brilliant, and he is a great Sam Wilson. He kind of dives into some of the questions that the audience probably have. Why was he chosen as the next Captain America? He's the guy who doesn't have a super soldier serum. He's just an ordinary guy who happens to have a flight suit. And those are the questions that actually make this movie intriguing. Like I said, there are entertaining moments, but not enough. Unfortunately, I can't say Marvel is back with this movie, but I also can't say Marvel has fallen off. I enjoyed most of this movie, even though I have criticized it a lot. I think you can go watch it, and the reason why I gave it 3 stars is because of the amazing acting, and it finally closes off some plot points that was established in earlier Marvel movies. Anthony Mackie also finally got his chance to shine as Captain America. Harrison Ford, like I said, is amazing. The rest of the cast are great. There's just so much improvement that could have been done to this movie with all the reshoots. Giancarlo Esposito is also in this movie, but you don't see a lot of him, and maybe you will see more of him in the future. This movie also sets up the next phase of the MCU in a sense. So yes, stick around till the end. There is one post-credit scene at the very end. And yeah, Captain America Brave New World is definitely watchable, and I really hope you guys go check it out, and maybe you will enjoy it more than me. It's out in cinemas now, and it's the first Marvel movie of the year. We still have Thunderbolts with an asterisk and Fantastic Four First Steps coming, plus a lot of amazing TV shows, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So let me know what you think of Captain America Brave New World, what you think of Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk, and if you're excited to see a new Avengers team being built in the MCU.